Yeah, hi everyone. Thanks very much for coming along and thanks for inviting me. Yeah, so just wanted to talk a little bit about People and Planet, just in case you don't know who we are. So we're a campaigning organisation, and it's our aim to have an impact on some of the big issues facing us around human rights, poverty and the environment. But also we want to help support and inspire the next generation of campaigners and activists in this field. So we work with schools, colleges and universities and help get people into campaigning, get people taking action in their own communities on some of these big issues. But I guess particularly, and what's driven me all the way through, is I started to really believe and really get passionate about the power of individuals to make a change wherever they were. And I guess that's what's been the thread through everything I've done since. I think it's really difficult, there being a kind of lack of a clear career path, and I'm sure lots of people have looked at, their medical friends or people pursuing being a doctor kind of jealously thinking, I wish there was just this nice steps I could take and then I could get to where I wanted to get to. But I think it makes a career in this field more exciting, but I think it makes it more challenging in that we all need to be much more proactive and challenge ourselves to realise what we need to learn, what we need to develop, what volunteering we need to do, what postgraduate courses we need to do. And I've got an example of the most talented campaigner I have on the human rights side of my team took a very different route. His experience was working with refugee communities in Leeds and spent 4 years working with homeless young people before he did a master's in human rights, and then now he's a campaigner. But for me, it was actually all of that experience he had in engaging a really wide range of people that made me know that he was going to be a great campaigner, because he had those skills to communicate with so many different people. So I guess one of the things I wanted to say is there's no career path, there's no clear path, but I think all these twists and turns make for much more rounded people, the kind of people that people are going to want to employ. Those are two of the big things. I mean, I think another thing that once people are in the workplace that we face is I see a lot of people that I work with getting quite burnt out. So I think in terms of the culture of my organisation, everybody works really, really hard and invests so much emotionally in their work that it's really hard to detach themselves from that, and people work. So I think that's something we can all support each other with.
I actually first got involved in kind of activism at the UK Youth Parliament a few years, I can't remember how long ago, but it was a great opportunity for me then, because I wasn't really that confident then, and it actually gave me a lot of skills and a lot of confidence from that, and I think that, obviously, unfortunately it's probably too late for a lot of us in the room, but it really is a great organisation for giving young people all that kind of boost up and the opportunities to do a bit of public speaking and to meet with politicians and to meet with other young people. It's really quite an inspiring organisation. From that, I was really looking at, well, what's the issue that I care about the most coming out of that experience, and for me at the time it was global poverty, and I thought, well, what's the thing that can do the most to help eradicate poverty, and it was trade. So I got involved with Oxfam and Fair Trade Foundation around their campaigns around trade, and when I went to university the first thing I did was join a People Planet group, and again, fantastic organisation, give you a lot of good opportunities, and we ran a campaign that made Warwick University the first to go 100% fair trade and the first to employ a full-time environment manager. And again, it was great fun. The people that I worked with became good friends, really great social activity, but again, the skills you learned were great to know. Then as well, through Oxfam, I was very fortunate. There just happened to be this kind of conference coming up around called the International Youth Partnership thing, and I actually got the opportunity, because of the work I'd done around fair trade, to go out to Hong Kong around the World Trade Organization talks, and that was a kind of conference for young people working on trade justice, and a fascinating place to be, really. And that was the same year as the Make Poverty History campaign. I won't talk about that a bit later if you like, but again, fascinating campaign to be a part of, and to see that kind of mass mobilisation of people and that political action that went on that year. Following that, I did an internship with Oxfam, and I have to admit it wasn't my first choice. It was in the youth team. I really wanted at that point to work on the Make Trade Fair campaign, and one of the things I think, as we were saying, is it really is about the opportunities coming up at the right time. Nonetheless, it was great, and out of that there happened to be a 3-month placement going in the London team, the regional team, working as a regional campaigner, and that was only part-time, so I thought the other time I'd try and get some political experience, and did an internship with Gareth Thomas, who is the current development minister, and was working in his constituency office, and again a bit of insight into kind of working in Westminster. Then following that I worked 9 months with Oxfam in their main office on their education campaign. Again, unfortunately, a short-term contract, so as much as I loved it, I came to the end of that contract and the opportunities weren't coming up because the recession was beginning to bite in, teams were contracting. I then decided to do a bit of travelling, and I spent 3 months working with Delhi as either side of that travelling, working with Oxfam India. And again, it was basically me turning up and saying, I really want to do some stuff for you. And I actually did some online campaigning. I wasn't, I didn't have a contract, I didn't have a massive job description. It was really like, I want to get a little bit of experience of working in the global south. So I worked a little bit for Oxfam India, a little bit for the Wadanatoda, which is the Make Poverty History campaign in India. Again, fascinating insight, but fascinating in ways that you probably wouldn't think so. It wasn't actually about leading a massive march of people, Gandhi style, across the plains. It was actually office-based work in a completely different environment, but nonetheless really interesting insight into what the organisation was doing, and you did get to do some stuff going out on the ground and seeing what the local organisations were doing. I then came back. I was looking for a job, and I was applying for campaigns job and the current job at WWF.
I think human rights is a sort of rather shapeless field, and that can be both an advantage and a disadvantage. It's an advantage because it means that you can sort of blaze your own trail a bit. You can work out what works for you and be quite creative within it. Because it's also shapeless, it means that, as you said, that there isn't this kind of obvious career path, steps 1 to 5, and to how to be the best human rights activist you can be. So that's how I see it. And then I think there are kind of two, as I say, sort of two kind of different approaches, and they're complementary. But one is this kind of vocational approach, really, where you have an obvious kind of calling, as it were, that you want to approach kind of the goals of human rights by taking a legal path, or taking a clinical perspective. You may be particularly interested in campaigning or advocacy. You may be a fantastic administrator or a manager. And all of those obviously require different types of qualifications, which obviously have different amounts of time. And there's nothing wrong with that approach, and I think that's great if you know that for sure, that's the way you want to go about doing it. But the problem is, well, for someone like me, I discovered I was interested in a number of different of those approaches. I was really interested in the legal side of things, and I was really interested in the clinical side of things as well. One of the organisations I was working with before, where actually some of the founders of YPHR also worked, one of the things I was trying to do was the second approach is sort of an experience-based approach, and I think really that again it's what you talked about, Emily. It's these kind of internships and volunteering, and really it's about finding something that you're passionate about. And when I said that I didn't know that I worked in human rights, it's because I was really interested in asylum and refugees, and I didn't really kind of connect it up to a kind of broader human rights picture. And I think I personally think that's a really useful way to do it, because once you've worked out what that is, that you feel really passionate about, then you can obviously